We're gonna start with our first. We had a video that's been going a little bit viral this week or recently, or Anthony Mackie. We want to watch it together and just trying to get some, some takes on how we feel about it.
Let's check it out.
Boys, humble. Like my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I don't give a, I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. Mm. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. Yeah. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window. That money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world. You jump through the door. That celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little.
Nah, that's real.
So with that video, what's your thoughts? What's your overall takes on that?
Okay, so I did see this video like surfacing on Twitter a little bit, and I seen some controversy about it, and I agree with a lot he said, because I feel like I grew up with those same type of expectations. Now it seems like, he's speaking like this, for, to a parent household, but like I had that kind of expectations, growing up as well, like, because it was a one parent household. And like a lot of things he said, now he did kind of take it a little too far in the beginning, where he was like, hey bro, I'm not gonna let my sons wear J's and that pretty shit. Wow. Like, he did kind of go a little bit too far with that, but a lot of what he said, I do definitely agree. I seen on Twitter a lot of people were saying like, you're putting too much too much responsibility on a 15-year-old to lock up the house and protect his mom and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, like, you got to do something, know?
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, no, I feel you, because like, my mama, like my pops is in my life. My pops is around, very active. But when my mama, she always told me I was the man of the house from a very young age, like not even probably before 15. So yeah, I feel like that was instilled in me from a jit. So I don't see anything different than what he was saying. I feel like a lot of kids these days, a lot of parents, they want to be friends with their kids, and that also comes through with a lot of problems, how they act in school and how they act in public. Like they want to be friends, and that's cool. I feel like there's a balance though.
I feel like a lot of kids don't want responsibility either, because they not willing to step up to the plate to hold down their responsibility. Like a kid gonna forget to, lock up the door, or something like that. But then again, I feel like you got to also let the kid be a kid, but it's time, like he's setting like ground level, like stuff.
Yeah, very ground level. Yeah.
Be polite. Yes, sir. No, sir. Like a lot of kids don't want to do that nowadays, and it's kind of like hindering the community as well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's not, that's bare minimum. Yes, sir. Polite, respectful, opening the door for women. Like I feel like a lot of kids these days, I work with kids. A lot of kids these days are missing that. Yeah. Like it's very, if you work in, like if you in a community, if you be around kids, if you coach or anything like that, they don't use those same things that we had. No, and it's a product at home. It's everything starts at home, if you ask me. Yeah. So
we agree with that, but what about the part where he says that like it's they have destroyed the masculinity of a man in America? How you feel about that?
I mean, they working towards it for sure because they throw around the terms of masculine toxic masculinity, and they I'm not a fan of like the nail polish stuff. If that's what you want to do, that's your thing. But it's a lot more men being in touch with that side.
No, I'm gonna say it. That shit gay, bro. Take that nail polish off your goddamn hands. Ain't gonna lie to you. Your daddy ain't put no nail polish. What man done told you to put nail polish on your hands? No. Don't. Hey, we gonna keep it a buck, just like the Pivot Podcast. Hey, take that nail polish off. You're gonna be painting toenails next, getting the goddamn French tip. If I find, I'm all for a clear set. Go ahead, do some clear shit.
Yeah.
Trying to put pink and yellow and green on your. Hey, I'm gonna call you sis. That's what we. Hey, no, don't play. I'm not playing around with them. Yeah, like it's different if you coming out and you willingly saying, you know what, this is who I am. But don't be saying I'm a man and then trying to, be a woman. Like, present yourself as a woman. That's something you don't see. It's bro. A lot of stuff that goes on in life. Like, we have to be honest. It's double standards, bro, in life, bro. I feel like
facts for sure.
Like when it comes to like men and masculinity, I feel like it's one, we need to figure out what an actual man is. Like there's no real definition of what a man is. It's all, based off of your upbringing, and so like to be completely honest, like we need to kind of figure out like what is a real man and what are what do real men do and what do they bring to the table? Go back to like the basics because it's been hidden a little bit. But I would first start off by saying honor, respect. Shit. The only thing you got is your word and your word and the last name. And a lot of people, devalue that so far in life. Especially when we see a lot of people YNs backdooring their friends and homies and stuff like that. Just for a little cheddar. I don't know.
Yeah, especially when it's like no, I feel you. And it's a lot of people that's telling men how to be men that aren't men. It's a lot of people from the outside perspective telling what men should be doing, and it's not a man, So very simply, it's women telling men how to be a man or what they think men should look like. When I feel like every man should look in the mirror and be like, okay, what is my core values? What is my responsibility in the household? What do I hold close and dear? You know what I'm saying? It's not about having all the hoes. That don't make you a man. No. Not cooking, not cleaning. That don't make you a man. I feel like that's human shit. Nick, everybody needs to cook, clean.
What?
Needs a restroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's not just like a womanly, manly thing. I'm like, there's some gender roles, I'm cool. Like, I'm gonna take out the trash. Like, I'm gonna take the trash to the curb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I'm gone for the week at the house, I expect her to be like, not allow the trash to pile up. And we got roaches now. Like, if I'm gone for a week because of business, like, take out the trash, baby. Like, that ain't no man.
Right, bare minimum.
There's certain things that, like, we both can do, that we both should do. Now, and there's things that, like, men should step up to the plate and do out of congestion, but that don't mean that a woman should know. Like, when I have a daughter, she gonna know how to, change a tire if she need to because she ain't got a man, or how to go talk and not get scammed to get an oil change because the man want to give her filters and
right.
Like, I don't know.
No, I definitely feel you. And it's like, man, like I said, men need to just go look in the mirror and be like, what is my values and where do I stand? What's dear to me? Yeah. And social media tell you a whole bunch of stuff. Especially, I feel bad for the young men that's growing up in these times because social media tell you you're not a man unless you're going, you the provider.
Come on now.
And like, that's cool. Like, somebody will tell you that, and that's fine.
I gotta bring out the communion wine for this one.
If that's what they want, if that's what you want to do, But
this is Sunday service.
I know that not make you a man because you're not paying all the bills in the crib. You're not especially if that's not your wife. If you ain't in the position, I don't think a smart man, would go broke paying all the bills in the house and barely getting by. But there's somebody else in the crib that's fully capable and not doing nothing. And that's just me.
Come on now. Speak
That's just me.
Speak it. Nah, I feel like that could go, it goes so many different ways, but at the end of the day, we also like that's the lack of having a man role model, you know, and a lot of kids nowadays, like back in the day, our mothers wanted us to go play sports. Because they were single parents. I'm gonna take you go do some sport, and that's gonna be your male role model. You know, a lot of kids ain't even playing sports nowadays. You feel me? Like a lot of kids aren't even getting that like role model that they need, that they got out of coach. Like we can both say we played on we both played on the same little league football team growing up, and I can honestly say like Coach Curtis was definitely a role model in my life. You know, he was somebody that, you know, I could look up to, go to, and speak to a little bit more than I would, you know, my mom a little bit, you know, in certain, you know, different conversations and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, you know.
Hey, so wait, while we here, right? We talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever have the birds and the bees conversations before your first time, or did you just end up when it was time to do the thing, you was just like, I'm about to feel around and see if I can find where I need to go. Like, did you have that real conversation more than just like, you know, 5th grade, you watching the video and you finally, you know, the generic videos? Did you ever have that real conversation about what
I
you
don't
need?
think I had the conversation with my mom until she found the condom. I honestly like I don't know, just being so serious. Like that's probably an awkward conversation for a single mom to like come to their son, because she probably doesn't know when he needs to have that conversation, you know. And you know, like growing up, I ain't gonna lie to you, I woke up at 4:00 in the morning sometimes, and it was girls gone, you know, on the TV. So I'm like, whoa, what is that?
Girls gone wild.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is that?
You using up all the shea butter in the crib.
And then out of nowhere, I'm getting preached to for about 4 hours. I'm like, damn, I did something wrong. Like, what is going on? This TV show is crazy. But no, I don't think I ever had that conversation until it was already like
too late.
You know? Yeah, too late.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like I never had that conversation with my mama. You know, my daddy didn't stay there, so when I talked to him, it was straight like football, school, like that type of shit. We never really talked about shit like that. Because if I see you if I see you, you know, a couple times throughout the week, how do you feel comfortable being like, hey man, you getting some coochie yet? You know, you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable doing that shit because you're not around. You know, you ain't got that yet. Yeah. You know, so
not everybody got a parent like Boosie,
right? You know, I didn't, bro. My first time putting on a condom, I didn't know how to put a condom on.
Okay, really? Like, it wasn't really that hard.
It wasn't hard, but I had to. You know, I went through one to get through two. You know what I'm saying?
I probably put it on backwards or something 1 or 2 times. You feel me? Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know you had to pitch the top up. You know, I didn't know that shit.
Nah. Well, okay, but so is that lack of sex education in schools? Because at one point in time, people were getting taught that kind of stuff. I don't remember having a class. I feel like we had a fearmonger class. It wasn't like a class that actually gave us education. It was like,
stay away.
This is what you would get if you do this.
No cap. No, and I like, but at some point, when do we? And this is what I would challenge people. When do we start taking shit out, like putting shit on the schools and put it back into the home and put it into the homes? You know, we can't put so much into the schools. You know, our teachers deal with enough shit.
So, do you think that's a lack of parents wanting to parent?
I'm not a parent, so I'm not going to tell nobody how to parent. But I feel like once my son gets to like 12, 13. Like Keon said, at Heights, they literally told us never have sex. It was people walking around pregnant. Sure. See, that's the problem. You tell people not to. They gonna gravitate to that.
Yeah, definitely.
People are going through puberty. they got hormones raising. They seeing these shorties walk around with school with booty shorts on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That's what anything though. Like if someone telling their kid to not do something, it's gonna make them want to touch the stove, you know. But I don't know about. I feel like we just really need to be more, like, especially in our community. I'm gonna just speak about our community, right? Like we need to have a more uncomfortable conversations,
right?
And a lot of the conversations, like we being, we just talking about like something that is like relatable, but like we even need to like have more conversations in our community about money, about like family structure. We need to have conversations more about like, hey mom, you got these these health issues, like this is, have you ever thought about getting a life insurance policy? Like these are the conversations that we need to just like, make more common to have but then again, are we sitting at the dinner table having these conversations like some other cultures? You know what
niggas rather talk about? Who paying first on the first date?
Yeah, come on, bro. Man, slam that button, bro. Slam that button, bro. How much money do I need for lunch? What? Like, yeah,